I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz. Welcome to Gentle Home Workout Barre. For today's workout, all you will need is a mat, some light hand weights. I'm using 1 kilo, which is just over 2 pounds, and a chair just to hold on to for balance. If you don't have a chair handy, you can just hold on to the wall. We're going to get started with some nice flowing exercises to warm up the body, a few stretches, and then we're going to target specific areas in the body to really get those muscles burning. Okay, let's get started. Your feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, and your toes are turned out, so not directly to the front, a little bit out. And all we're going to do is tap our feet and up and down with those arms. So I want a slight bend in your knees, and I want your tummy pulled in really tight, and your shoulders are down, neck is long. Starting to tap and extend through that leg, and then maybe start to sink a little bit lower, and maybe bring those arms up a little bit higher at the back. Up and down, warming up the entire body in a very gentle way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to sweep your arm around in a circle, and you're facing the side wall slightly with your upper body, and continuing those taps around and around. Big circles, opening up through those shoulders. Breathing, oxygenating the body. Around and around, big circles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now turn your feet out even further and a little bit wider. We're going to come down in what's called a Plie Squat. Hold your tummy in, your legs are wide, and you're slightly pressing your knees to the back. Start pulsing in place, and then we're going to add the arms, and we're going to round through the upper back and open. Round forward and open. And you're slightly pulsing those legs, nothing too crazy here. Bending, rounding through the spine, and then opening through the chest. Breathing in at the bottom, out at the top. Really nice. 4 more like this. 3, 2, and last 1. Now just start going side to side with a figure 8. So your feet are still turned out. You're coming down and you're pointing. And you can keep this really shallow, or you can go a bit deeper. Heating up through the quads, side to side. A few more like this. 4 and 3, 2, and last 1. Nice job. I want you to come down and pulse for 3, then come across the other side, pulse for 3. If you can't touch down all the way, then maybe up here, across, pulse for 3. Now start to twist your body into it so that you're actually looking up and back. 2 and 3. Breathing through it, across, pulse for 3. 1 more each way, 2 and 3, and across, 2 and 3. Nice job. We're going to bring our feet together and our toes apart. We're going to come up, down, plie, and overhead. So as we plie, we're slightly leaning forward here, sending our glutes to the back, down and overhead. Stretching our fingertips to the ceiling, down and up. And you don't have to go low, down and up. Maybe squeeze through your inner thighs a little bit as you come to that standing position. 6 more. 5, 4, and 3, 2, and last 1. Nice job. Just stretch it over and over, and I'm coming up on my toe. Stretching the side body, feeling your waistline really extending there. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now we're going to grab your hand weights And we're going to stay in a nice soft knee position with our feet turned to the front. Our shoulders are down and back. Your chest is slightly forward. Your neck is long. And we're going to start with bringing our arms up overhead and then just switching. And as I'm switching, I'm allowing my legs just to slightly pulse in place. Reaching overhead. So you're reaching up and slightly back at the top, and also down and slightly back at the bottom. So you should feel your tricep, the back of your arm, squeezing as you bring that arm slightly behind you. A few more like this. So even just picking up very light weights is going to get your heart rate up, because you're putting your hands above your heart, and that's what starts to increase that cardio factor. 2 more. Up. And last one. Up. Nice job. So feet are turned out again, a little wider, and we're going to bring our hands, our elbows by our side, and we're going to come up overhead and down. Up overhead and down. So it's not a really big squat. The main focus is to bring those arms overhead, then squeeze your elbows behind your back and squeeze. Up overhead and squeeze. So it's as if you've got a pencil between your shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze that together. Up overhead. Breathing. Maybe sink a bit lower in the legs if you're up for the challenge. 4 more. And down. 3. Down. 2. And last 1. Now stand with one foot in front and just point the toe. Soften through your standing leg, and we're going to do some O shapes. So bring your weights together and make like an O shape with your arms. We're going to come up, down, center, out, and in. So it's up overhead, down, back to center, out, and in. You're going overhead with the O shape, down, center, out, and in. Up, down, center, out, and in. Just keep going. Try to push against the weights here. Push all the way up, down, center, out, and in. You're isometrically holding your lower body, so you will feel a bit of a burn there as well. Out and in. 2 more. Up, down, center, out, and in. Last time. Up, down, center, out, and in. So we're just going to switch that up. Nice soft legs. The other leg is extended, toes pointed, tummy's in. You're slightly bending this supporting leg, and this time we're going to come to the side, reach in front, back to the side, and down. So we've got bent arms, we're reaching in front, back, and down. So when we reach, it's slightly diagonal towards your eye line. It's up, it's reach it out, in and down. And if ever these weights get too much for you, just put them down. Up to the side, reach, and back and down. So press down against your shoulders. You never want them to hunch up against your ears. You want them to stay nice and down, and your neck is long. It's up and it's forward. It's in and down. 3 more. Extend long, shoot your fingertips towards the front. 2. In and down. And last one, in and down. Nice job. Come back to that center position. Now step behind as if you're about to do a curtsy squat. We're going to turn our palms up. We're going to bring our hands before us so it's not directly in, slightly in front, and we're just going to come in and we're going to come down. So extensions with a static hold through those legs, in and down, in and down. If this is too much, then maybe stand more upright, or you can just stand straight or even sit in a chair. This is mostly for the upper body. We're just involving a little bit of lower to get some more fat burning in. Front and in. 2 more like this. Last one. Now we're going to alternate and put a tiny pulse with it. Okay, so your legs are pulsing, your arms are alternating. My arms are coming out. They're not down like this. because they're tiny weights, you need to extend away from the body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're going to come back to the center, step behind the other way. This time we're going to do hammer curls, and we're actually going to come up to 90 degrees, and we're going to come in front and back to 90, in front and back to 90. So try and stay low in your legs. Breathing, really starting to feel the burn, and maybe your heart rate is high like mine. Maybe you've got a bit of a sweat glistening. It is summer here in Western Australia, and I'm definitely feeling the heat. 3 more, and 2, and 1. Maybe take a break. Maybe swing your shoulders and rotate them to get the lactic acid out. Come back in line, and we're going to do a little pulse, and we're going to alternate those arms. Just a few. I know these burn. Press and press, and if it's too much, then just come a bit lower, but try not to come all the way down here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Last thing here, we're going to come into a lunge position, but hinging forward slightly so there's more weight in the front leg. Your arms are by your side, so they're not out here, they're by your sides. And we're going to come in and extend, in and extend. Very simple. Now I want you to focus on the top part of your arm not moving. You're pressing it in against your body, and you're only moving from the elbow down. Breathe in, breathe out at the top. In and out, in and out. 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. And we're going to do the same thing, but with the other leg at the back, so nice and balanced, more weight in the front heel. This time we're going to bring our arms straight up and down, up and down, up and down. So you're moving your whole arm. You're trying not to bend through the elbow, and you should feel the back of your arm burning. Remember, you can drop the weights anytime. Keep your arms in by your side for 4, and 3, and 2, last 1. You're done with the weights. You can put those down. Just swing through the arms. Maybe lean into it a little bit. And then over and over. And then across and hold. Open, across and hold. 1 more each side. Across, open and across. Nice job. So now we're grabbing our chair just to hold on to for balance, and we're going to do some lower body exercises. So I want your feet turned out again and your heels together, and we're going to come up onto our tippy toes and then glue our heels together again, and then just come down as if you're sliding your back against the wall. It depends on how much you want to feel this burn as to how low you go. You can stay all the way upright, or you can go lower, but the main point is to stay up on your tippy toes. Okay, all we're going to do is down an inch, up an inch. So tiny motion, breathing throughout. Remember, your posture is key, so keep your shoulders down and back. Your neck is long, and you're just relaxing through the upper body, down and up. If this is really too much, you can do this flat-footed, but you'll find that it's a little bit awkward towards the ankles and the back of your calves. So you might just want to try a few. Take a break if you need to. 4 more like this. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come down, tuck our hips, up, down, tuck our hips to the front, back up. So it's down, push your hip bones to the front and back up. Down, tuck, and back up. So you're releasing and then contracting. You're releasing, down, contract. Now as you do this tuck, I want you to squeeze your glutes. So the glutes squeezing is what pushes those hips forward. Up, down, tuck. Up, down, tuck. Breathe through it, not many more. 4 more. Up, down, 3. Up, down, 2. Up, down, 1. Now before we move on, I just want you to release through the legs. We're going to bend, extend and down. Bend, extend and down. So you're bringing your toe behind the opposite knee, opening out on an angle. Doesn't have to be high. One more each way. One more this side, and that's it. Back into that same position, back up onto your tippy toes and down with your nice flat back. So from here, we're just going to tuck and tuck. So we're going to tuck our hip bone forward in line with that knee. Tuck and tuck, tuck and tuck. So this is lengthening the front of your thigh. Very gentle, but your burn is there, right? In the front of the thighs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. This time I want your legs parallel, so instead of your toes apart, they're both facing the front. You're coming back up into that same position. What we're going to do is hinge forward with straight legs, touch as low as you can, and then come back into this seated position. Hinge forward, straighten, and then back into seated. Now, if this is too much on the toes, you can do it flat-footed, okay? Like this. So I want you to reach as far as you can down so that you are stretching the back of your calves. Forward and stretch and down. Forward and stretch and down. You should be feeling a nice stretch through the back of the leg, but still feel that burn in the front of the legs. And down. Forward and stretch and down. Just 4 more. And 3 and 2 and last 1. Now bring your heels down, and I just want you to lean forward as much as you can. Hold onto your arms and just relax, allowing your spine to fold over. Trying as much as you can to keep the back of your legs straight. Breathing, letting that all stretch out. Rolling back up. Now we're going to do some rotations. So I want you to once again stand with your toes apart, and you can actually lean on the chair here, okay? So then we're going to bring this leg up. So we've got our nice bent knee and our weight is in the heel, and we're lightly leaning on the chair. And from here, I just want you to rotate forward, rotate forward. So this doesn't have to be high. I'm trying to keep my rotation in line with my hip, but if you can only do down here, then that's fine, okay? So it's up to you. I just want you to rotate and down, rotate and down, building mobility through your hip joints. Make sure that you've got the weight in the heels. You can wiggle the toes of your supporting leg. 2 more this direction. Last one. Now we're going to the back. And this one might be a bit tougher for you. You might have to keep it a little bit lower. We're circling around to the back. So what you want to try and do is keep your outer thigh facing the ceiling the entire time. How about 4 more? 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And now we're coming down with our toe at the heel, and we're just coming up to the side and down, up to the side and down. So I want you to bring that outer thigh all the way as high as you can, up to the side and down, up to the side and down. 4 and 3. Are you feeling this burn here? 2 and 1. Nice job. Other side, same series. So your palms and your forearms are on your support. Your feet are turned out. Your tummy's in, your weight is in this heel, and you're bringing your leg up if you can to hip height, otherwise a little bit lower, and we're circling and tapping down. Circle and tap, circle and tap. Try to keep your body facing towards the front and keep this leg slightly bent. Remember, the weight is in the heel, so you should be able to wiggle those toes. And as you bring that leg up, think about squeezing your outer thighs and glutes. Around and down, around and down. Big circles, opening through those hips. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going the other way, so towards the back and tap, towards the back and tap. This one's tougher. You have to squeeze your glutes and really try to open out towards the back there. a little bit smaller range of motion because it is more of a contracted exercise at the top there for the glutes. Most people are more mobile, rotating to the front than the back. How about 5 and 4? Remember, you can keep it low. 3 and 2 and 1. Now bring your toe towards your heel, and we're going to come up and back down, up and back down, all the way up and down to your high point. You can keep it low like this as long as you're squeezing here, up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do a few stretches. So I want you to bring your feet over, and then I want you to bend in this direction. Just bend away. If you need to have your chair here to hold on to, you can. And then bend in the other direction, reaching over. And then switch which leg is in front. Same thing, bend this way first. And then bend this way, and then really push out this hip. It's okay if you wobble. Nice job. And we're just going to soften our knees, bring our heel to our glutes, then push our hip behind. If you want to deepen this, you can tip slightly forward and bring your heel up. And then bring that in line. Other side. Bring the heel in. And if you want, tip slightly forward, bringing the heel and that leg up as high as you can to stretch the front of your quads there. And back down. Now you won't need your chair. We're just finishing off with a few abdominal exercises. So come down to the mat, and I want you to sit with your legs in front of you. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, and start to curve your spine back. So you're holding on behind your knees and your tummy's pulled in and your chest is curving forward. We're going to tuck and lift the leg. Tuck and lift the leg. So what I mean by tuck is, imagine shortening the gap between your hip bones and your ribs. So you're pushing your spine towards the back and your hips up. Tuck and lift. Tuck and lift. If this is too much, just leave your legs down. Tuck and lift. Blowing out as you bring the knee up. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Now come back up. We're going to come back into that C curve. Breathe in. This time we're going to use our arms and we're just going to float them side to side. Side to side, floating behind and behind. Now, the lower you get to the floor, the more you're going to feel this. But if you just want to stay up here, do it. Okay? And if you find it easier to stay higher, and that's where you're at, then just stay up here. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now bring your fingertips to your hips. Gently rest on those arms with your shoulders down and back, neck is long, and we're just going to walk out those feet. Tap and tap. Keep your belly button pulled in and bring those shins up to tabletop. You're not putting too much weight into those hands. You do want to use your core here. And if you want to advance it, you can, by just bringing those arms in front. Come on, a few more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Now flip over onto your tummy. We're going to bring our arms out to the sides in 90 degrees. We're going to breathe in through the nose, and as we exhale, we're going to lift up the upper body and come back down. Up and down. Up and down. Now start drawing the elbows into the side and back. So you bring those elbows into your waist and back. 3 more and down. 2 and 1. Now you can lay your cheek on your hands, and we're going to pick up our legs. So breathe in through the nose. As you breathe out through the mouth, lift your legs and back down. Lift your legs and back down. If this is too much for both, then maybe just one leg and down, then the other leg and down. Otherwise, both and down. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Nice job. Come up, last little bit, and then we're stretching. Come into an all fours position. Deep breath in. Push out of your shoulder blades. We're going to bring our knee in, tap with our fingers, extend, in, extend, in, extend and down. Other side, in, extend for 3, in, extend, in, extend and down. Again, front side, extend, in, extend, long legs, in, extend and down. And if you can't do this, then just do the arm or just do the leg. Extend, in, extend, in, extend and down. One more each side. Float the arm, extend, in, extend and down, in, extend. Last time, extend, in, extend and down. Now while we're here, deep breath in through the nose, and as you blow out, push your spine up to the ceiling. Come back down. And again, blow out everything and push your spine to the ceiling. And come back down. Now, heels together, knees apart. Sit back into child's pose. Widen your hands and push your armpits down to the mat. Breathe here for a minute. Now bring one hand underneath and just press down lightly on top of that shoulder. And then bring it out again, other arm underneath. Your palm is up, press down lightly on top of that shoulder. And then just come into a hamstring stretch with your legs in front. Deep breath in and fold over to your point of stretch. You just need to be feeling the back of your legs stretching. Breathe here. Then bring one leg over, and I want you to twist by putting your arm against your knee. Twist towards the back. Then figure 4 stretch by bringing your ankle on top of the opposite knee and pushing your chest forward. Stretching through those glutes, hips, and outer thighs. This one feels fantastic. Back in front, the other leg comes across, your arm is on the side here, push that leg towards the back and twist with a nice long spine. The knee on top and bring that in for a figure 4 stretch. The closer your chest is to that leg, the more you feel the stretch. If you're not there, just bring it down a bit. And sit in a cross-legged position and just reach and reach, reach and reach, and to the front, and front, and finally just come forward slightly, deep breath in, and just switch your legs up, and again, deep breath in, and lean forward slightly. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me for Gentle Home Workout Barre. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at the next workout.